Hello，大家好，欢迎大家来到读书时间。我们今天继续读《Soft Hearts: A Rett Swinson Mystery》这本书。好，我们先开始。Sounds peachy, Maxine said. Of the nature of appearance of a peach, very satisfactory fine. But I told Sheila she could prepare the bugs. That evening, Lydia and I bought a chickpea curry dish over to the couple's home. The first thing I did was bring Lydia into their room to see the bird. Her face lit up as she reached a hand toward the hummingbird. When she attempted, "You want to pet it?" When I put the little bird in her hands, a peacefulness came over my friend. By the end of the evening, Max and Sheila had promised to fetch Lydia for a walk over the weekend so she could get more exercise and spend more time with Matilda. There seemed to be magic present when holding a creature that delicate and beautiful. If the magic was real, maybe it could help Lydia too. Chapter 14, Wanda's Angel. I awoke at Lydia's early on Friday morning, my smartphone beeping. It was an alert from my estate sale app. For years, I'd been attending estate sales for affordable ways to decorate my home. What made this particular sale jump out was that it happened to be on my street location, the Hightower residence. For a sale to go up so soon after a death was unusual. Someone in Wanda's family wanted to clear out the house quickly. I hadn't been allowed inside Wanda's home right after the murder. A week later, might I find evidence the police had missed? Painting its details. Glenda Molowski, the most eminent painting instructor at East Carolina University. Eminent person, a famous person respected within a particular sphere, present or notable degree, illustrious. The most eminent painting instructor at East Carolina University had always noted. She was a tough teacher, but she was also the one whose words I remembered best so many years later. Though I no longer painted, maybe I could still notice details in the world that others had overlooked. I heard rummaging of pens downstairs. Rummaging. Such unsystematically and untidily through something. A signal that Doris had arrived. Good timing if I was going to get to that cell before others did. I pulled on a pair of clean blue jeans and a sweatshirt, stepped into some flats, gathered my purse, and even drove the half block to gain a few extra seconds. Often, I would show up at a sale only to find a long line at the door. The most aggressive pickers would arrive hours early to get their names on a list, then catch a few winks in their cars before gaining entrance to the bottom. However, because this sale had not been advertised until a few moments ago, I would be the first inside. Noticed some yard work had been done in recent days. What's more, painters had erect, put together and set up right building walls or what? Erect scaffolding on one end of the two-story home. Parked beside the Gala Estate sales truck was a well-preserved white, older model BMW. Gala's sign was stretched across the top of the porch trellis. It was a real estate sign on in the yard that really got my attention. Wanda's home was for sale. Its selling agents across the street, neighbors, Brad and Gail Norris. A large tarp covered the front porch. Some might assume it was just there to encourage people to wipe off their feet before entering the home, but I suspect it was there to hide the massive blood stain. After noting the broken pane of glass had been fixed, I let myself in, seated immediately to my left, typing on the laptop computer. Was none other than Wanda Hightower, alive. Everything had been all a huge prank, but no, this Wanda was younger, mid-30s, and taller, with brown hair drawn into a bun. Her reading glasses made her look older. This had to be Wanda's daughter, whom I hadn't seen since she was a teenager leaving for college. Angela, I said, composing myself. I'm Rett Swinson from just down the street. I'm so sorry about your mother. Angela looked up from her computer, but did not stand. Thank you, she replied stiffly. Mother had a difficult last year. At least she is not suffering anymore. Professionally dressed, she shared her mother's soft gray eyes, but her all-over demeanor seemed stony. Please look around if you have any questions. There are workers around here who can help you. Thank you, I will do that. Almost robotically, Angela resumed typing. I took in the tidy living room with its antique chairs and a couch. Those weren't, however, the things that held my attention. The room's real eye-catcher was Trent's target obsession. The fireplace mantel made from dark oak, ornately carved in the shape of a Chinese dragon. Ornate. Elaborately or highly decorated. Doubtless, when the fireplace was rolling with flame, one could watch the dragon come to life and appear to breathe fire. I ran a hand along the dragon's intricate very complicated or detailed. Shaped into a series of parallel ridges and grooves so as to give added rigidity and strength. Corrugated tail. Contract or cause contract into wrinkles or folds. This room is extremely tidy, I said. Did you have it cleaned? Mother was always OCD about a clean house. But don't let this room fool you. She completely filled my old bedroom with delivery boxes. I took it personally. At least you tried to keep in touch with her. I said, my college-aged daughter rarely reaches out these days. I added, how did you find out about your mother's death, if you don't mind me asking? Angela took off her reading glasses and looked into space. The police caught me. I was on the West Coast with a client. Angela mentioned the company she worked for, a name I recognized as one of the big four global accounting firms. The police said nothing was taken from the home, I said. Actually, I learned recently that her murderer stole a curio my grandfather brought home from his travels. Curio, a rare, unusual object. The dragon mask. I hope it wasn't valuable. Not really. Certainly not worth killing for. She went back to pounding on her computer's keys. Is Daniel back in town too? I thought of the lonesome-looking teenager with his dyed purple hair and skateboard. She spoke through clenched teeth as she typed. Clench. Close into a tight ball. She spoke through clenched teeth as she typed. Dan is in Singapore with our dad. They've got a contract playing for some billionaire's daughter's 16th birthday party, plus a number of other gigs, and they can't make it back for a while. I remember when your parents broke up, you both had graduated from high school. Was I getting too personal too fast? Possibly. But I also got the sense that this conversation was allowing Angela to let off some long pent-up steam. 好，谢谢大家，我们今天先读到这里吧，那我们下次再见了，拜拜。